Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here with over 2,000 audios available for your listening pleasures. There's always something to check out on the channel. In any event, would love to continue to be of benefit to you and continue to do that in the best way we obviously can in general. In any event, so this is the 18th of December 1982 edition, and obviously we are very close to the end of the year, and new talents coming in as the new year begins. As we go into 1983, I have not seen Mid Atlantic 83 through 86. Becoming a fan in 89 and not even getting cable until 1992. This is all stuff worth going back to watch. And should I ever become wealthy and able to run my own shows, there's a lot of things that I would take from Mid Atlantic, including the predominance of promos versus, scripted stuff or anything like that. But anyway, Slaughter and Canoodle continue to be one of, if not the most influential individuals in the area at the time for a number of reasons, which includes I think, Slaughter doing at least some of the booking of this particular storyline, which I think when a guy takes, or guys take their own role in their own booking. Jacobs and Davis, the enhancement team here, and again, Slaughter and Canoodle, a couple of promos throughout, basically saying they are certainly ready, and challenge out from Sweet Brown Sugar to Dory Funk Jr. This is a $400,000 challenge. Why $400,000? We don't know. Jim Crockett, I think David Crockett, one of the Crockett's in there for the promo. In any event, I'm not necessarily a fan of that. Also a body slam by Gene Anderson getting involved in that and kind of basically pulling an angle on Sweet Brown Sugar, trying to heat up the Sweet Brown Sugar name, and there's brawling throughout the Mid-Atlantic television set area there. We move, as mentioned, Slaughter and Canoodle into their enhancement match role here. Take some over basic maneuvers along the way. Slaughter and Canoodle getting taken. Abe Jacobs been in and out before. His partner more regular, and obviously Slaughter and Canoodle still your tag team champions. And so outside of taking a couple of hip tosses and arm drag bumps, the champions are not going to be in too much danger, and they use their modified backbreakers, power slams, power slam by Canoodle, which has actually rocked the whole ring, which is relatively rare at the time, and Slaughter and Canoodle get a victory, not a big surprise there by any stretch of the imagination. So we move to Jimmy Valiant here, coming in and being part of a tag team match. The Jimmy Valiant in the tag team match here, Orton and Valiant versus Dalton and Harris. Orton and Valiant, a weird team, just a really bizarre tag team combination. Double back elbows. Orton, obviously the better wrestler. Valiant having the cachet with the Mid Atlantic fans, having been there at least since on and off since 1980, and eventually Bob Orton Jr. managing to hit the top rope suplex, and Valiant basically talking about them wanting to take over and take out all the scum and garbage heels in the area. George Gray, otherwise known as the One Man Gang, comes out with Sir Oliver Humperdinck. He is portrayed as a guy who is 6'9", I believe they say at one point, 400 pounds. Gray goes in there, and of course, One Man Gang. George Gray is his, in fact, real name. I didn't know that they had referred to him by his legal name before his match with Keith Larson. I believe this is his first match outside of Kentucky as Crusher Broomfield. I don't know that for sure, but certainly the first as the one-man gang name, and gang obviously is around for the next several years before moving on to the WWF. One Man Gang in World Class is my favorite version of that particular character. He hits a running power slam, which is pretty authoritative. He looks like he just about fell into the power slam. The return of Jay Youngblood to television and the promise that they are going to win the tag team championships post all the injuries is here. Both guys wearing blue, baby blue, that is, and the continuation of a uh, football player being the one to referee some of Dory Funk Jr.'s later matches. Funk Jr. and Sweet Brown Sugar are going to do battle here in the next little while, but not today, as we kind of move into Ron Richie and Dory Funk here. Ron Richie actually given some offense from Funk as he does some go behinds, side headlocks, and other basic maneuvers. Funk comes back with the European uppercuts that he's known for. Funk grinds down on the top of the line uppercuts and other submission holds. Drop toe hold and kind of a float over that's awkward by Ron Richie. Richie not exactly happy with the float over, as it were, but managing to get what he can out of things there. And Dory Funk Jr. Does hold on to the arm for a bit, maybe even longer than he should have. The match is competitive. Some of Dory's maneuvers are not exactly what we would imagine or want them to be, in terms of some of the uppercuts looking a bit short, and the match does go on a little long for the nature of what they want Dory Funk to be seen as. Hanging vertical suplex does give Funk a bit of an advantage. Funk eventually does go into his father's spinning toe hold and gain the victory to close things out. Dory Funk Jr. says, "Where's the competition?" Asks where guys like Dusty Rhodes and Eddie Graham and other people from Florida are. Also mentions the boxers whose name I did not write down. Being the referee is a disadvantage against him, and everybody's against Dory Funk Jr. I believe Funk Jr. is booking at the time, so maybe putting himself in this prominent a role is kind of a thing. Then we kind of go to mentorship by Jimmy Valiant with none other than Mike Rotundo, which is weird. The combination style with them is a bit odd. But anyway, Rotundo is here in a position squash match for him, and having a Valiant in the corner does give him a advantage in terms of crowd perception. Also kind of up and over, hit some leapfrogs and drop kicks under the chin. Rotundo continuing a bit more of a back and forth. I believe Ken Tibbs with the hair dyed blonde. Also, Rotundo with arm bars, arm locks, and arm breakers along the way. Not exactly a match to write home about, and stays on the arm. More there to fill time and kind of give the advance that Rotundo has more friends. Hits the airplane spin and almost a Samoan drop, and then Slaughter and Canoodle are upset of the return of Youngblood and Steamboat. They're kind of challenging it, but they still don't think they're at their level. Obviously, that story is going to tell itself over the next several weeks and months, but we'll be back with more right after this.